My hair was in my face and I put it up, but I feel like one of those like FLDS women with the way that I put it up. It's like in a little.
You know what? It is a little bit.
No,
Is it not?
I feel like normally we'd be like, no, but like,
No,
it
it
is.
is.
You kind of nailed it.
I
It's like
nailed
the
it.
exact right poop. You have to leave it.
I nailed it, you guys.
Love it.
Ready?
Ready.
Hello, and welcome to Spooky Sips, where we put our love of horror movies into a podcast and sip some spirits along the way. I'm one of your hosts, Ivette, here with my co-hosts, Laura and Brianna.
Hello.
Hey. All right. So it is summer. So we thought, what's a good summer movie? Well, it's one that Ivette has wanted us to watch for a very long time now. We watched Alien, the original Alien. Yes.
You only made me wait 100 episodes.
Yeah, we only literally made her wait 100 episodes.
It has been in our list of movies that we need to get
the
to
whole time.
Which has never gotten smaller. It's
No,
stayed about the same or gotten bigger.
Yes.
So there's a lot we haven't gotten to, but
There is.
Yeah.
There is. All right. So while Yvette was on her fact-finding missions, she found the best summary for us. And it's like Jaws, but in space. And that's really all you need to say. That is what this movie is.
That's it, period.
It's like Jaws, but in space. So I had never seen it. Had you, obviously Yvette had, but Laura, had you seen it?
I have seen it before because it is one of my husband's favorite scary movies too. So I think he had me watch it once a bit ago because I feel like Yvette and my husband kind of like the spacey sci-fi type horror. You have that in common. So yeah. And it also, I mean, it's from 1979. So I feel like if you like horror movies, you probably should have seen this by now, Brianna.
Right.
Yes. Correct.
But yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe you hadn't seen it before, Brianna.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't love sci-fi.
Yeah, that's fair.
But have you like seen like you know of it, right? Like you know,
oh, of course I know of it. Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
of the famous scenes of the alien coming out.
Yeah, like I know all the imagery and the clips and the what have yous. It's just that like I had not seen it myself, but there were a lot of ones that I hadn't seen. Jaws. Like I feel like I have a lot of the like traditional ones that you would think that I had seen.
Well, I feel like some of the like 70s, 80s is like it when we were watching horror movies, it was a little bit outdated for us, but it wasn't yet a classic.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So maybe we kind of missed some from that.
Totally.
Yeah. That range.
All right. So we're in space.
I really did kind of like the slow, quiet space intro.
Mm-hmm.
It was just taking its time. It didn't have to rush.
I was like, oh my God, what are we doing?
It's so good. And it has like just a little like white lines up top. It's like slowly coming together.
So 45 minutes later.
Yeah. Yeah.
We then go to more slow scenes.
Well, we get the introduction. There's like this little, and I love that it's supposed to be like space future, but also is clearly the technology is so outdated.
Yeah.
So we get this little intro of, we see that this is it's a commercial towing vehicle called the Nostromo. It has a crew of 7. And its course is returning to Earth carrying mineral ore. There was some other stat that I didn't bother writing down.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what we
pretty
see.
much it.
And then it's just like this part I thought was even worse than the intro for slowness wise. Panning through the ship, just slow panning through, showing all of the nooks and crannies of the ship. That lasted quite a while.
Look, they built the whole thing. Okay, they had to show.
They had to.
Everything.
They had to do it justice. You know what? I respect that.
It's a slow movie. Have you guys seen 2001: Space Odyssey?
No.
Yes.
Okay, because that was definitely an inspiration for this, and that one similarly moves really slow.
I feel like compared to 2001: Space Odyssey, Brianna, this one is like a flash in the pan. Like it moves so fast.
So I'm not gonna see that one
compared to that movie.
Got it. Not
you would hate it.
My time.
It's a slow movie.
Yes.
But eventually we do see some people.
Yes.
Yeah, like the computer starts to turn on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we see, I love the sleeping pods that were kind of like, there was like a center, I don't know, machine or something. And then they're all coming out from the sleeping pods, almost like petals of a flower.
It was like that.
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
The cast comes out, and I just loved their vibes in space. They're like, yeah, we're going to have our cigarettes. We're going to have our cat. We're going to just be hanging out in space.
If there's any way to go to space, it's like this, you know, they're just chilling. Okay. They're just chilling.
I loved it.
I mean, when I watched the thing, like when they were talking about casting, it's like, it's such a limited cast. I mean, you see like 8 people, you know, like total. And the vibe they were going for while casting is like, they wanted like truck drivers in space. Like that's who these people were supposed to be. This is supposed to be like, this is where we are in space travel. Like they're just at work, you know?
Yes.
So you're
and that's exactly how it felt. Yeah. It felt like you didn't even question, well, what does that mean to be a tow? You just understood the assignment.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Because I feel like for me, like I love space movies. Like I don't need it to be accurate. I don't need like your math to be right. I just need you to sell me the world you built. So it's like, I feel like this one, it's like, okay, cool. That's what this one looks like. You know?
We bought in very quickly.
Yeah, because it was just like they were just like at work living their life, but in space. And they're just transporting this ore, and that's what they do. But then I have a question, because then I believe it's Ash that goes in, and he's like talking to the ship. And because they're basically trying to figure out, wait a second, where's Earth? Because they thought they weren't going to wake up until they were basically home. And so it says interface 2037 ready for inquiry. Does that mean that this movie was set in 2037, or was that just a random number?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if
I didn't think about it. I don't know.
I was thinking interface 2037. I was thinking in 1979, 2037 is quite a ways away. Yeah. So maybe that's the year this is supposed to be.
Maybe.
I could see that. I do think they were intentionally trying not to give it too specific of a year, or like do like, the idea for them was like, let's try to keep it timeless. So there's, you know, obviously we catch different things. You can tell it was made in the 70s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was part of their intention.
Oh my gosh, you could tell. Sigourney Weaver in this movie.
I love her.
Is just fire. Like, she is just amazing. I love her in everything she's in, but she was just so awesome in this movie.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. It's funny because when I think back on this movie, I remember two scenes. One, I remember, we'll eventually talk about it later, but it's the most famous scene in the movie where the alien comes out of the guy's stomach.
Right.
Two, I remember Sigourney Weaver's tiny underwear.
Oh my God.
It's the scene.
No, we'll talk about it. It's the
conversation.
Smallest. It's the smallest underwear.
That shit is so uncomfortable.
So funny.
It fits in the wrong way. Like, what? Why?
I mean, she made it look really good.
No, I know, but like, my God. But like, you're telling me we can fly into space but don't have the technology for better underwear?
To cover an ass crack? Come on.
Get out of here.
No, this was her first movie, by the way.
Oh.
So she was, like when they made the movie, they didn't want a big actress, like drawing people in. They wanted people who like people hadn't heard of before. So Sigourney Weaver had been on like off-Broadway plays, essentially. And then auditioned for it. She auditioned and they were like, absolutely, it has to be her. Like, apparently she was running late. Like she went to the wrong place and then realized she was going to be super late to the audition, but like went anyway. So they were like waiting because she was like the last one. And then they just hear someone like sprinting down the hall and then like stopping right outside the door to like clearly like catch her breath, like get like centered and then like open the door and just like walk in and like kill it. And like apparently she was just wearing these like tall boots and would like she already kind of commands attention. So like they were like her, okay, yes,
that's
absolutely.
That's the one.
She is the one. So that's how they casted her.
I love that. Well, and because like, I mean, she's beautiful and she's clearly a good actress and, you know, athletic and, you know, can move and stuff. But also her voice is so unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like very specific, kind of deeper than you would think based off of how she looks.
Right.
But just amazing. I love her voice.
No, she's so good in this.
I always just think of the Tom Skerritt guy as the dad in Steel Magnolias. So I could only see him as that. I was like, oh, it's a rough year for him. He just lost his daughter. Now this.
Now he's in space.
Oh, man. Okay, but so they go into this. I love the little place where they can talk to Mother. So the ship, I also love that the ship is Mother. And the little room where they go in, it's like a little dome circular room, and it's got all these little
like an igloo of technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I kind of almost thought, and this is probably just because of where my brain goes to with when I watch these movies, because I think about Psych. I kind of thought it seemed a little bit like a womb.
Oh.
No, well, because
into Mother's womb.
No, actually, I kind of like that because I don't know if you guys noticed, but when they're in there, there is a very faint breathing sound. Yes. There is a hum.
Ooh.
It's very subtle, but so that makes sense.
It is.
There are like subtle little sounds in this movie that I feel like work so well. Like they'll be, but it's like, little things like that, like breathing or like a buzz hum kind of thing. Like it works really well.
You guys, so we've talked about this before. My dog Penny watches movies like you've never seen. Like she genuinely is invested because she's a human.
Of course.
Yes.
But she did not like this movie. She was on edge the entire, because there is beeping the whole movie, the entire movie. Like she would not just chill because like it was constant, like the head turns and she would like run around. Oh, and then she like charged at Jonesy.
Oh,
anytime Jonesy was on screen, she charged it. It was pretty funny.
That is pretty cute.
Did Derek watch? Was he like, why am I on TV?
Derek did not really. Well, he was on my lap for the first half of it, sleeping. So yeah, and Derek and Jonesy are like, they could be twins.
Aaron and I talked about that, and so in every scene Jonesy was in, we said what Derek would have done instead.
Yes.
Especially like the one where he's like hiding and he sees the alien and hisses at it. I think Derek would have gone up to the alien.
Yeah. He would have just gone up and like rubbed on it like, hey,
like, hey, buddy.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Pet me.
Fun fact, there were actually 4 cats.
Nice.
It was 4 identical cats that played Jonesy.
Oh my gosh. Jonesy, I do also remember Jonesy from like watching this before. And I just loved Jonesy in this movie.
Well, and like you wouldn't even notice if they were slightly different because the movie is so dark. And like I understand why, but like, Aaron at one point when they were like searching for it, he was like, just turn the lights on. Just turn the lights in the ship on to find it. Like I was like, I know.
No.
Can't be done.
They
cannot be done. Okay, but yeah, so we learned that they get woken up, but they think, where's Earth? It should be here. And then they realize they're not in the right area. And they can't reach anyone. Like they're trying to call home and no one will pick up and they're totally off course. And then they learn it's because Mother changed course. Because like there's something like she picked up a transmission and maybe it's a distress signal and they're required by law that they have to go, if there's a distress signal, they have to go investigate.
And I think it was like Morse code for SOS, right? Because it was like 12.
They thought, they were like, could that be SOS? Because it was like, 12 seconds apart or something. So they were like, the company, it's literally called, in case you haven't seen the movie, it's like literally the company has a clause in their contract that says they have to do this.
Yeah. And someone was like, well, is it a human? And they were like, we don't know.
I mean, you're in space,
They go.
They go to the planet.
When they like landed and docked on the planet, because there was also some damage that they needed to fix while they were there. Right?
They got damaged. Getting there
during the landing. I think.
During the landing.
Right after they land, these cute like lights come on underneath the spaceship, and Aaron was like, "It's like patio lights."
No, I know.
It was
when
like
they came
cafe
up,
lights.
they do. It looks like they like set up string lights outside for them.
It's so cute.
I totally thought the same thing. I was like, wait, why are those kind of cute?
Okay, so Brianna, you noticed how dark this movie was. I just noticed how absolutely loud this movie was.
No, I know.
Like, so they go out to investigate, and there's this big storm on the planet, so I understand, but it was so loud.
Yeah. Yeah, like 3 of them went out.
Yeah, 3 people go out, and they find this crashed ship. And it's giant.
The ship is so cool. Like the ship that they
so cool.
The whole like the planet and then them finding the ship, like the scale
amazing
of everything is just like, oh, like this is
the
giant.
sets are amazing. Like,
and considering this was made in 79, just thinking about how they had to like film everything and they couldn't CGI anything or whatever.
Yeah, because I looked it up while I was watching because I was like, oh, when did the first Star Wars come out? Because I was wondering, like, and it was 2 years before this. So I was like, oh, okay. So, because I felt like it kind of had that vibe just in the like way they presented it. So I thought that was fun.
Yeah, Star Wars helped this get greenlit.
Yeah.
Sure. Like that was, they had been struggling to get it out, and then finally when Star Wars came out, it was like, oh, we need to respond to that. So
yeah, people like space, helped them get so here we go
for sure.
So then they're investigating the ship, and they find like in the center of this like giant room with just all these really cool lines for the like, it's like a circular kind of and like rounded room, and there's this giant dead like fossilized alien,
like this huge alien skeleton thing,
and they kind of made it seem as though there had not been confirmed alien life in this universe before. So it was a huge deal to not only find.
I know. I was like, why are they so like like they weren't freaking out at all. Like they were so calm about it,
right?
I was like, I would be freaking out.
Yeah. And they make some comment that this alien looked like it exploded from the inside.
Yeah. Because the bones were like broken outward.
Broken out.
And so while they're out investigating, flashback to Mother, and she deciphers that this is not an SOS transmission. It's a warning. So then like the people back in the ship are all freaking out about the people that are out exploring, but it's too late. They're already out exploring.
Oh, because they did communicate with them, but then once they went in the ship, the signal like cut out. Like they couldn't contact them anymore.
And then this is when then the dude goes into a cave.
Yeah, like one of them breaks off and goes into this cave.
Which was also really, really cool. Just the scale of everything.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the set was so cool.
And he finds, so I think this must have been Kane that went into the cave.
Oh, yes.
Because he, like, you see him and it looks like there's a mist or something, like a lighted mist. And there's like all these eggs. But one of the eggs has movement.
And I mean, this didn't happen, but I was like, what is the one thing when an animal's babies, their eggs are like being, intruded upon? Like, how is he not more worried that like there's an alive giant alien?
Exactly.
Like, you don't just broach that with no regard to your safety. Like, he just did not. I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
Agreed.
But he like goes up to one and like we see it's kind of like almost clear. Like you start seeing something inside. And then
it's like a dinosaur egg.
It is, yeah. The top has these like, I don't know, these like flaps.
Yep.
Kind of on top that like open up. Which like, again, it's like turn on the lights. Don't look inside the egg is another kind of big one.
Yes.
But of course he doesn't look. He immediately looks in.
And then the creature jumps out and attacks his face.
And like breaks through. He had been wearing a helmet, like a space
helmet.
Like breaks through.
So not good. Probably.
Well, and so like this was another good point that Erin made, because earlier the other girl, I can't remember her character's name.
I can't either.
She was like, we shouldn't do this. Like, we should not go like into the spaceship, like, and nobody listened. And then in the next scene, they're back to their ship and they're trying to let them in. Like they're trying to convince them. But, Ripley, Sigourney Weaver's character, is like, no, that it is the rule that you guys have to quarantine in there. We cannot let you in. And they're like, yeah, but he's going to die. And she's like, I don't care. No.
Yeah.
Like she has command while the captain, I guess, is off.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you had just listened to the women, none of this would have happened.
Exactly. Yeah, because like the two characters brought back the guy with the creature attached to his face, and he's like clearly like passed out, but he's still
alive.
Seems to be alive, even though you can't see his face because the creature's attached to his face.
So the character Ash just lets them in anyways.
Yeah. Because technically the captain, or like the main guy, he's the one that's like, this is an order though. Like, let us in.
That's true.
Also, like, again, the whole point is they're supposed to be the equivalent of like space truck drivers.
Right.
Like it's not like they're like
this is not a familiar situation.
This isn't like a rescue team or like a research team or like whatever. It's like they literally have no experience in this.
Right. But again, I so believe or agree with Brianna what you're saying. Like, Ripley she's the only one using logic.
Right.
Not emotion. Sure. She's saying, okay, but we let him in, and what if it ends up being worse for us all? We need to follow the protocol. They have to stay in there 24 hours or however long it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if he dies, like we have to protect it, like the ship and the rest of the crew. And nope. Ash is like, no, let him in.
So they bring him in and he's like in the med unit, and he is not well. This thing is like fully attached to his face and is in his body because they realize it's like breathing for him. And they're like, well, if we take it off, what if he can't breathe? Like, so the guy Ash, who seems like the one to kind of like have some medical understanding.
Yeah. He's the science officer.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think he's a doctor, but like, So they put him in the X-ray thing. And they realize like this thing has a tentacle going down his esophagus, like into his body. So they're like, what do we do? And so they are like going to cut him off.
Yeah. They're like, just get it off. Like, I don't know.
They're like, let's just try to like cut one of the little finger tentacle things off.
And they try, and like this acid pours out and immediately like melts the ground beneath it rapidly. So they're like, oh shit. So they're like running down the levels.
Yes.
They're worried it's going to go through the whole ship.
Yeah. Because it's just corrosive blood. Like just, totally
like yellowy and foamy.
And
But it eventually stops kind of corroding the metal. So they don't have to worry about it like going through the entirety of the ship. But then, just Ash and Ripley are just like butting heads. Constantly.
Yeah, he's such a douchebag to her immediately for no reason. Like he's just very hostile.
Yeah.
But they decide just to leave it for right now because they can't.
They're like, well, we can't remove it because it's going to ruin the whole ship.
So they just all kind of break off and take a break. But then they get called back in because Ash is like, you got to come in here now. And it's because they walk in there and it's gone.
No face sucker.
It's just not there. And again, they did so many things wrong here. Why did they send all three of them in there at the same time? Because if one of you dies, you just lost three people. And then they didn't shut the door behind them, so it could have escaped when they weren't looking. And again, they didn't turn more lights on. Like they had these dumb ass little flashlight things that didn't do anything.
That's fair.
So, they're like trying to search for it because they can't figure out where the face sucker went. And then as they're doing that, we get a kind of a jump scare because it falls from the ceiling onto Ripley. And it's so nasty looking.
And like you can hear it. It's like splats on her, basically.
And then of course Ripley and Ash are arguing again. Are they supposed to get rid of this? Like, because it seems dead.
Yeah, she's like, we need to
The thing that
yeet
fell?
this off the ship right now. Like,
Yeah, it's like, do we get rid of it or do we keep it? And either way, they're because of what has happened on the planet and with this alien, they're heading home, but it's going to be about 10 months before they're home.
Oh, yeah, because one of them did like recalculates it, and they're like, yeah, we're going to be here for a while.
Okay, but Kane is awake.
Yep.
Yes.
Can we talk about the outfit he was wearing in the hospital?
Incredible. Yes.
It was like a reverse corset down to his crotch.
Yeah.
From like his collarbones down to his crotch with like a reverse open corset. I don't understand the purpose of that, but I loved it.
No, when they I was like, wait, yeah, what is he wearing? Why is he wearing that?
Incredible. That's why I was like, ooh, maybe we do Halloween. We could do the characters.
Right.
Because I'll volunteer to wear that thing because that is wild.
You're calling dibs. But yeah, Kane's awake and he's fine.
He's fine.
Doing great, actually. He's talking.
He's pretty hungry.
Yeah. Ready to get some food.
Because they decide that they're all just going to go back in their sleeper pods. So they're like, all right, well, let's eat before we go.
Before we have a 10-month journey.
Hanging out and eating. And all of a sudden, Kane starts to cough.
And they think he's like choking because it almost looks like he's choking.
It does
like,
look
okay,
like he's choking.
Oh God, like something's wrong.
But then he's like convulsing.
Yeah, he's like just writhing in pain.
And then he like flops down on his back on the food table.
Yeah.
And he's at like excruciating pain. And then all of a sudden you see all this blood on his stomach, like something to his stomach happened and we see all this blood. And he has a baby.
He does have a baby.
Okay.
It's so cute.
So the alien that explodes from his stomach, which is supposed to be terrifying and is terrifying, but also that alien baby was so freaking cute.
It's so cute.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? You know the little doll that was made in stop motion? Like
yes.
creepy doll that she made?
Yes.
Didn't that kind of look like the alien?
It did. Yeah. That could have been her cousin.
So cute.
Yeah.
I want one.
I love this.
But it like emerges from his stomach.
Yeah.
And we should say this is our first death. Kane is at this point
death. Yeah.
Obviously.
So it emerges from his stomach and he's just, the little alien baby's just like looking around like, and then it just runs away.
Yeah. No, I love
he's
that it
out
does
of
a little
there.
like look around. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, he's out. Out for the count.
So then the next thing that I kind of like remember noting is they have Kane's body all wrapped up and they just like yeet him out into space. But it was kind of an aggressive way to release the body out to space. It was just like,
well, I mean, all the air pressure is probably like, pulls him out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of need to
get him away.
You need to throw him out, right? Like, I mean, it's space.
And far enough so he doesn't like go back and hit the ship.
Yeah, like they don't want him just like floating next to the ship.
Right.
True. That's true.
You just look out the window. Hey, Kane.
Yeah, they want to make sure, they make sure he goes.
Yep.
Has this is a question I don't know that either of you know the answer to. Has anyone died in space? I know on their way to space or returning from space, but like in space. In space, has anyone died?
I don't know that.
I don't know. Like at like the space station or like something like that.
And if so, I'm guessing they would bring the body back to Earth. But
unless they had like an incredibly long time out there, but I don't think we do that yet, right? Like there's not.
Right.
We obviously all know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because you know how like on cruise ships, like there's a jail, there's a morgue, there's like all these things because that happen. Is there something like that on spaceships?
I would imagine so, yes.
Yeah, like at the space station especially.
Right. Yeah, I would imagine.
Makes me want to find out
they're ready for it.
But now it's time to go hunting.
Yes.
And hunt they do.
But before we do that, so we don't forget in this episode, why don't we talk about what we're sipping on?
Let's do it. What are we sipping on, Ivette?
So I chose the drink today. because I figured why not? I was like, this was kind of my pick, so I might as well find the drink too.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to look up like alien drink, like alien cocktail, and I finally landed on it's called the alien brain hemorrhage. So I'll read you what's in it and then I'll show it to you because I do have it with me. So it's a shot of peach schnapps, like half a shot of Bailey's, just like Irish cream, a few drops of blue curacao, and then a few drops of grenadine, which I didn't have, so I did maraschino cherry.
Oh, perfect.
Like liquid. But okay, like look at this. Look at this drink. It looks so gross.
Oh my God, you guys, that's perfect. Oh my gosh. You guys, are you going to do photos for it?
Yes.
Okay, because that looks amazing.
Like, look at the Baileys. Like, it literally looks like the little alien at the bottom.
It does.
Yes.
And the color is perfect.
No, like making this, I was like, if I had this, I think I would die. Like, I feel sticky and I cleaned everything so much. Because it's like, you have peach schnapps, which is so sweet.
So
and then
sweet.
Irish cream with it.
Are you going to drink it?
So sweet.
You have to do it live on air.
It's so gross looking though. Like, do you see this?
Yeah.
Like,
it's the baby.
Shot.
Eat the baby.
It looks really cool.
It's like a tentacle.
It looks cool, but
you have to. You have to for science.
Oh my God. That is so sweet. It's like eating candy. Like that is
that's
candy.
What you gotta do it like a full shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to know if it's
throw up.
Chunky.
No, yeah, I would throw up if I drank this entire thing.
Okay, so I have not had the alien brain hemorrhage, but I have had just a brain hemorrhage shot, which is like that, but in red liquid. And you do have to do it all in one shot, or else it's going to make you gag,
right?
Because the curdles.
Yeah.
Don't say curdles.
No,
curdles.
The curdles are there. Like I feel like you guys are not seeing.
It's curdling.
No, you can see.
No, we can see.
Just look. It's like the little guy.
It is. It's like the little baby.
It is the little. It's like the mama and the baby.
Eat the baby.
Aww.
Eat the baby.
Cute.
Eat the baby.
So anyway, if you want to throw up, you can also make this drink.
That's a good pick because we don't do that many shots.
No,
for our picks.
No, I know, but like this one just looked so fun.
No, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, so now they're going to go hunting. And they devise, and it's kind of funny because they have this tracker, and they're like, well, how does the tracker work to find, because one of them builds a tracker.
And it's Ash.
Okay, and then Ash goes, it detects micro changes in atmospheric density.
Yeah.
And they're all just kind of like rolling their eyes like, okay, sure.
There's like just demo it, and it's just like he just moves his hand in front of it.
It's just a motion sensor. It's just a motion sensor. So they go searching, and first this one guy breaks off, and I don't remember. Oh, maybe Dallas. I don't remember. Somebody breaks off from the group.
Oh, Dallas. Yes.
To go find the cat Jonesy, star of the movie.
Because they broke up into their teams. And then they thought it was the alien, but it was like, it's just Jonesy. So they were like, okay, well, someone has to go get Jonesy. Otherwise, this is going to keep happening.
Right. And we'll just section him off. Right.
Yes. Because otherwise they'll like accidentally laser or shoot the cat or trap the cat.
Talk about the worst animal to bring into space.
I know. That literally is the worst animal to bring into space.
I would absolutely bring Derek into space.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not.
I would bring a cat too.
Want to.
That's just like. They are so elusive. They love to hide.
The safety concern.
It's just like the worst. They're not helpful.
No.
That's true. I suppose that's true. Okay. And then this part was weird. So he goes off to find Jonesy. And then he finds like this alien skin. Like, when a snake.
Exoskeleton.
Sheds kind of thing.
Yes. So he finds the exoskeleton, but it's kind of big. It's bigger than the little baby that emerged from Cain. And then here's my question. He's in this section of the ship where he finds the exoskeleton, and it's raining in the ship.
Yeah.
And he's like putting his face up, like enjoying the rain. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I was like, first of all, that's absolutely disgusting. Second of all, what is happening?
I kind of assumed it was just like condensation.
Yeah.
You know? Like they were in like the ducts. I mean, this is supposed to be a gigantic ship.
Yeah,
so, like,
I think it was condensation. Like,
I think like they were in some sort of like, air duct thing, like where like there's probably steam.
Yeah, because
like
the water has to go somewhere.
Down.
That was a lot of. He was like in a rainstorm.
It was a lot. I was like,
big ship.
And that again, I'm not just trying to like, but that scene was so long that he was just sitting there in the rain. I was like, okay.
No, he was taking a little shower in the rain.
It was a beautiful moment.
They could have shortened that one.
Not like it was, what's that movie, Shawshank Redemption? But I was like, get on with it. Let's go. Come on.
No, it was a little, that was an excessive long time he was spending in the rain.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably to like build up our tension, but that was too much.
No, it was.
Because then, as we've said time and time again, animals always know, he does find Jonesy.
Yeah.
But when he finds Jonesy is like, oh, fuck no, there's an alien behind you.
Yeah, he like hisses at it.
Yeah.
He like hisses and like stares. He's like, hello?
He's like, yeah, this is a bad alien. I'm not coming near you.
Because also they broke the cardinal rule of like, you don't split up. Nobody goes alone.
Yeah.
They kept doing that in this movie.
They kept doing it. So he dies.
He dies. So he's our second death.
Yeah. We see large alien though. This this alien is no longer a baby.
Oh no, he's grown.
Yeah.
Full grown.
Yeah. And so you see it opens its mouth and then out of the mouth comes a smaller mouth that starts like coming out at us.
The alien was pretty spooky.
I loved the alien.
I think that's probably part of what made this movie just so infamous.
Definitely.
Is that the alien is scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so after that dude dies, now they're all making a plan. They're like, oh, it's moving through the air vents. So we got to go through the air vents and they're like, maybe we can't make it bleed. We know that it survives in our atmosphere, but we don't know how it does with different temperatures. So maybe we'll like heat it out.
Right.
Yeah. Or something.
Because again, like Ripley and Ash have this huge like disagreement about this because this is Ripley's plan. And she's like, no, we're doing it. This is what we're doing. And Ash is just very like argumentative and defensive and he's just a man about it. So
totally.
Totally.
So then there's going to be one group that's like watching the movement and tracking them. And then another group that, and I think Dallas, it's not even a group. He volunteers to just go through the vent.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You're right.
With the flamethrower that they've now made.
The flamethrower.
I know. I was like, why do they have a flamethrower on board?
I love
this.
Because they need to try fire.
So he's got the flamethrower, and then all the vents are these really cool, like circular contracting and restricting and then contracting like doors that they're themselves kind of spooky. Just the way they like open and close. It was very intense. And the beeping was so intense for the scene.
You guys, so much beeping every day. Poor Penny.
And then I wrote down, so this one's Dallas. So for this one, Dallas fingers the goo.
Yep.
And then the one woman who I can't remember what her name was because they only said we only learned people's names as they died.
Yeah, basically.
And so the one woman, she goes, "Oh God, it's moving right toward you."
Yeah, she is very dramatic and emotional.
She is.
She is a screamer.
Also, it's true.
It is true. It is. It is.
No,
it just contrasts very, very much so to Ripley's character,
right?
Sure.
Like who's very calm and cool and connected. Like,
so then, jump scare because alien attacks him.
Yep.
Third death.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Dallas.
Yeah, gone.
So then they talk about if they should go on the shuttle or not.
Yeah, because like emotional woman is like, no, we need to abandon the ship.
Yeah, but they're like, no, we can't all fit. There's 4 of us.
And they're getting cranky at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
which is very fair.
They were ready to go to bed.
Oh, and then Ripley is okay, because she's always just fighting with Ash. She's like, so Ripley to Ash says, "Any suggestions from you, Ash or Mother?"
Mm-hmm.
And then Ash is like, "No, she's still collating." What the F does that mean? What does collating mean?
Like collating data. She's still like configuring and figuring out.
Okay.
Like when you print something, can't you?
Yeah, like collated paper, like
or not?
Okay. All right. But it was still a weird way to put it. No, she's still collating.
She's still collating.
So she's like, well, screw it. I have access, so I'm going in there.
I'm going to talk to Mother myself.
And she does.
Yeah.
And she finds out that she was right, because she said earlier in the movie that she didn't trust Ash, because it was a weird way that he came on their crew. Like he just very suddenly became a crew member. And she's like, well, I don't trust him. Like, and she shouldn't have, because he's a fucking robot.
Yeah, because she discovers that the orders from Ash, like, and Mother are to bring back the alien, and that the crew is expendable.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only priority is.
That's the only priority, is bringing back the alien. Everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So then he's like standing over her when we see this.
And at first, before I actually forgot that he was a robot, but as he's like standing over her and he's sweating, I was like, is he sweating white?
Yes. Well, because earlier in the movie, we see him drink like a glass of milk randomly, or what looked like milk. And I was like, what is that? Milk in space? How's that? Where'd you get that milk from, bro?
Maybe it was like a powder that turns into milk.
I don't know. I was concerned.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he attacks her. And then we're like in, I think, what was his room? I have a lot of complaints that will be coming up in just a moment. But one of them is there's like magazines of women.
Well, this is when I noted that it was the obligatory boob pics.
Yep.
You have to have them in every horror movie.
He like rolls a magazine up and is trying to shove it down her throat.
Oh, because he hits her and like she kind of passes out. And so, that's how he's.
But I had immediate flashbacks to the cook, wife, thief, and lover.
Yes. But then Dallas comes in and he's got like a big tank and he like bashes him and then does it again.
I think at this point we've just called every character Dallas.
Oh yeah, wait, this one isn't Dallas.
3 different.
Oh, you're right. So
Dallas.
who was this guy?
This is either Lambert or Parker, and I don't remember which one's the woman and which one's the man.
Couldn't tell you if I tried.
I think this might be Parker, but I love that we just called all of them Dallas.
They're all Dallas.
All the men are Dallas.
Yeah.
Ripley and Dallas are the characters. Absolutely. And then his robot head falls off.
Yes. It's so cool though.
I loved this part.
I loved it.
Yeah. And you're like, what?
The way that they designed and built the innards of this robot was so well done and creepy. Like I'm surprised I didn't remember this part more, because it was iconic.
Yeah.
It was so good.
My only gripe is this, and I was trying to think about it for the whole rest of the movie, but I was like, but why? Why was he what did him being a robot serve the character more than a human could have? A human could have been told to get the alien life and only save himself and the alien. But you know what I mean? Like an alien, I feel like a human. I feel like did he really need to be a robot?
Well, next humans, like you can't trust
humans kill humans all the time.
Yeah, but like I feel like that's I feel like a robot will 100% follow orders and can connect to Mother.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then what do you do if they find out he's a robot and they kill him? You know, like was he tethered to the ship at all? Like would the ship
I don't think
function without him?
Yeah, I think the ship will still. I think he was like a separate robot that was going to be used to psychologically manipulate the humans who think he's a human,
right?
But completely, because they're going to trust him as a human more than maybe Mother as a machine.
True. Yeah.
So it's like a way to like just hedge your bets, you know, like make sure that the mission gets accomplished.
Well, it didn't. So they failed.
But he, like, as he's dying, they're okay, so first he like passes out and then they kind of like revive just the decapitated head, which was,
because to get his info, they want the intel.
They're like, how do you kill it? And he says, that's what I respect about it. You can't kill it. It's a perfect organism.
And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And he basically just says like, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to tell you what your chances are, but
it's not going to happen.
Good luck.
Yeah. You're going to die.
Yeah.
And so then Dallas just throws Ash's computer body. And yeah, kills him.
He's toast. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yep. So they hatch a new plan.
I mean,
they're like, all right.
Well, there's less of them now. So.
There's less of us now. Also, this alien is like, you can't kill it without destroying the ship too. Let's blow up the ship with the alien in it and escape.
Yep.
Good plan, honestly.
Yes. No, great plan.
Because now there's only the 3 humans and then Jonesy the cat.
And there's always room for Jonesy, so
of course. And then what do they do again? They separate. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Never break away from the pack, you know?
Yeah, they're like going to get supplies or something. I kind of forget why they separate.
So Ripley is going to go prepare the escape shuttle, while the other 2, they need enough coolant to be able to like make the journey or something.
That's it. Okay. That's the coolant. Yes.
So they go get the coolant, and then she's getting the ship ready. And then while she's getting the escape ship ready, she hears Jonesy. So she's like looking around for Jonesy. And Lambert and Parker are getting the coolant in a frenzy. And then when they're in the coolant room, loading it all up, it's behind them.
It gets them.
Yeah.
They're goners.
So
she's alone
4
now.
and 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, 4 and 5. 4 and 5.
No, it's just Ripley and Jonesy.
So now it's just Ripley and Jonesy. And so Ripley has put Jonesy in a little cat carrier.
Yes, space cat carrier.
Space cat carrier. And then it's time to do it. So she initiates the auto destruct, which is 2 phases. Once you hit it, in 10 minutes, the ship will destruct. And you have 5 minutes to try to cancel it.
Yes.
Very intense.
She realizes they're dead.
Well, yeah, because she initiates it, and then she's trying to get into the escape pod, but then there's the alien.
Yep.
And so she has to run away, and then she doesn't take Jonesy's cat carrier. She runs away, and this is when I wrote, no, Jonesy. And
I want to believe the alien would have left him alone. You know, in my heart.
Yeah, like, what is the alien going to do with the cat?
He's like, I'm not going to kill you. You're my new pet.
Surprise alert for any of the sippers that are on their edge. Wait, it does. The alien does leave Jonesy alone.
No, you're right. It does. Yes. Right. No, I was just thinking at this point, I still believed.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and again, that's why this can be a good movie, because they leave the cat alone.
Right. Always a win in our book.
Oh, bonus points for cat. Yeah.
So I think this is when, because she realizes, oh shit, I can't get the escape pod because the alien's there, she tries to stop the auto destruct, but she's too late. And this is when she gives my favorite quote of the movie. She goes, "Mother, you bitch."
Yeah.
Mother, you bitch.
Loved it.
Oh, good.
So then she has to race to the shuttle.
She's like, I gotta try to go anyway. And then this is when I said, "Yay, Jonesy!" Because Jonesy was still alive.
Yep.
Yes. So she gets Jonesy and basically just barely makes it out of there.
Yeah, it's like one of those scenes where like it's the 10, 9, 8, and you just see her escaping, and you just know, like, just in the nick of time.
And there's an epic explosion behind her.
Yeah, like a huge, And it's like, okay, she made it out. She can go to bed now. Take off all your clothes.
Yep, gotta get in that tank top and panties, tiny
panties.
They're so tiny.
She puts Jonesy in the pod because he gets a little pod.
Yes,
too.
he gets his own little pod.
Yes.
And then she's going to go in her pod, and then they're going to make their way home.
Yeah, and that's it.
she sees the alien. It's in the pod.
It's like hidden behind the.
It's like cuddled into like a little section.
Yeah, there's like pipes, and he's like incognito mode back there, but you can see his slithery little tentacles.
So she like slowly like kind of backs into this closet where there's spacesuits hanging up.
And this was very clever on her part, how she what she does.
Yeah. So
because she gets in one of the spacesuits.
Yes.
Whoa. You know, and you're kind of like, what is she doing? Like, that's not going to protect you.
That's
not going to do it. Like,
and so she like is repeatedly, because you can tell she's scared and trying to self-soothe. So she's repeatedly singing, "You Are My Lucky Star."
That's right.
So she's singing that. It must be a song that I don't really know.
Yeah.
But so she's singing that kind of over and over again, but very like just quietly to herself as she like then has to walk back into the main area in her spacesuit and push all the little buttons so she can gas the alien. Or what was it?
But
was it like cold, heat, gas?
She like turns like with her back facing the alien.
Yeah.
You know, kind of hoping that it'll try to get to her. So she like turns around and then the alien starts coming up behind her. And so she opens the door.
And it's like the gas that comes out.
Well, right, because I think at first she puts like the gas so that he's like freaking out.
Right.
So he's kind of like starting to freak out and then coming out, and then she turns and then she pushes the button.
And the door opens. And again, another space yeet. It's out of here.
But it's not. It like will hold on.
Oh, that's true.
And so all she has is like a grappling hook, which like the worst thing to try to shoot someone with.
Yeah.
So she throws hits him with the grappling hook, closes the door, and now he's just dangling.
Yeah.
Outside of the little pod.
And then he like tries to go in like where like the blasters are. So he's trying to like re-enter. So she turns on the blasters.
Yeah.
Then
perseverance.
He's detached.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we see this really cute little scene at the end where it's basically like a captain's log.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to have the voiceover of the, you know.
Yes.
So she's like explaining what happened, and she's hoping that someone will see her ship once she like enters an area where other ships are.
Right.
And save her. And Jonesy.
And Jonesy.
And then she gets
Can you imagine opening a pod and a cat jumping out? Like, how cute. I love that.
Love it so much.
The end.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's Alien.
Oh,
classic.
That's so good. I love it.
Classic.
I love Alien. I also love Aliens.
I know. I actually do want to see it because
I don't think I've ever seen Aliens.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
No, I've heard good things.
Out. It's
I believe
very good.
I believe I have seen Alien versus Predator.
That's different.
I don't really remember it, but it's the alien from Alien, right?
No, it is. It is.
And then Predator, okay.
But Aliens is really good.
That's what I've heard.
They move past kind of the horror movie, and it's mainly just like action, like a little bit thriller.
Okay.
It's arguably better even than Alien.
Yeah.
Is Sigourney in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's I think there are other iconic scenes that come from Aliens. Where like once you see it, you're like, oh, this has been referenced in other things.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Aliens is also an incredible movie.
Okay.
Maybe for our 201st episode.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I can wait 100 more and then I get another space movie.
I like this. I like this idea. Absolutely.
I mean, it's a good plan.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
In 2030, I'll get my
Okay. Every movie, I always wonder, but Laura, where are you going to take us tonight with your psych? And just remember, kids, she's not a real doctor. These aren't real people. It's all going to be okay. Don't use us for medical or professional advice. Thank you.
Or space.
Or space advice. Thank you and good night.
All right. So, after over 100 episodes, it's like, what are we going to do that we haven't done before? Because we've already talked about like the human like desire to like explore, or the fear of the unknown of like aliens and space and stuff.
Right.
So hear me out.
Oh God. Whenever she makes this face, you guys, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good one tonight. It's going to be a good one.
So Here's the psych topic that I'm going with tonight.
I can't wait.
Is the complicated relationships that women have with their mothers.
Listen, we have mother.
Classic.
In parentheses, why adult women would choose to live with an orange cat rather than their mother.
I love this. Let's go there. Let's dive in, shall we? Or as a therapist would say, let's unpack that.
Let's unpack this. Because, I mean, the fact that they call her mother, let's just talk about like kind of why she is kind of like a mother and the psychology of like that, of viewing her that way and why it's problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Because mother is an unreliable parent.
Yeah.
So she knows more than all the crew, but then she also restricts their knowledge and she lies to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like children do with their mothers, the crew assumes she is there to protect them and help them. Mm-hmm. But it's the exact opposite. So there is a term called betrayal trauma. It was kind of coined by Jennifer Freyd, F-R-E-Y-D, not to be confused with Freud, in the 90s. And so this betrayal trauma is perpetrated by someone who the victim is very close to and reliant upon for support and survival. And then they betray them. And then there's this betrayal trauma theory, BTT. And that, so that says that if someone has experienced betrayal trauma, aka trauma caused by a parent, like mother, it says that the person will likely have a higher need to disassociate. However, I think Ripley instead chooses to become independent of her mother. Mm-hmm. Or the ship.
Or the ship. The ship.
Tomato.
AKA mother.
But if you think of the ship kind of like a relationship with a real mother, it kind of helps define the process that Ripley goes through throughout the movie. So think about it. We kind of talked about it. In the beginning of the film, she disagrees with other people, but she ends up deferring to them. So despite her arguments against what they want to do or what they're going to do, she kind of defers to them and kind of lets them do it anyway.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't like it. But once she realizes that mother is not only not protecting her, but actively working against her, she then decides she can rely on herself. Because she's had good ideas all along and good plans all along.
Mm-hmm.
But her allowing other people to kind of dictate what happens is why she got, like, why they're all dead. Mm-hmm. So she's like, you know what? I'm making these strong decisions on my own. And in fact, not only does she become more independent, she then takes on the role of protector. And I think that's why she saved Jonesy.
I see.
It was a little bit about like having that comfort, having that companionship, but I actually think it was more like, you know what? Mother didn't do this for me. I can at least do it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why she did it for Jonesy.
Oh, that's sweet.
And so then, okay, it then also kind of relates to these archetypes that is a thing in psychology from Carl Jung. Kind of like one of the, we've talked about him before.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar.
So he kind of said that there are universal human experiences, which is also kind of known as a collective unconscious. And those things are expressed through archetypes. And what that means is that we all kind of have this archetype of what we expect a mother is and should be. So the fact that they call the ship mother, it's kind of like putting that traditional mother archetype on the ship. So in the like Jung psychology, he says that, you know, a mother's true traits are though not just innate, they're also formed by her culture, personality, and life events. And that's where I think the crew messed up, because they think of her as mother. They think of the ship as mother, But this is not a human who has had children and had these life events and personality. It's a computer.
Right.
So typically a mother archetype, according to Jung, would be nurturing, forgiving, and protective. And so that's what the crew anticipates that the ship will do.
Right.
Incorrectly. Oh, and then I also was like, oh yeah, and the place where they even talk to mother is kind of like a womb.
Yes.
But in this case, I feel that mother consumes instead of nourishes. She betrays instead of acts worthy, and she abandons instead of protects. So that is the mother psychology that I think really happens in this movie. And then I have another kind of topic which also Jennifer Freud had some things to say about. Or not Freud, Freud. Jennifer Freud? Fried.
It's a fried episode.
Fried.
Tomato.
And this is kind of, so both Jennifer Fried and then also Albert Bandura.
Ooh.
Are psychologists who talked about this topic of the expendability of human life.
Okay.
AKA moral disengagement. So, like, basically, how did mother or the company get to this point where they knew all along these 7 people were at risk of dying and they did not care?
Yeah.
So couldn't they have like maybe found some people who would be willing to go, because the possibility of encountering alien, maybe people would be like, yeah, it's worth it. I'll risk my life.
Right.
But no, they were just like, nope, we're going to sacrifice you. It doesn't matter. So how can this happen? So this can happen when you convince yourself this moral disengagement, when you convince yourself that the ethical standards that you believe in don't apply to you or to the situation. So it involves this process of like cognitive reconstructing and reframing to basically say your morally shitty behavior is acceptable.
Yeah.
So how does this happen? It actually happens all the time, just in our culture. And there's a few things. One is like relabeling. So instead of like in war and stuff, instead of saying you're going to go murder someone or kill someone, you say it's a strike or something. So you like label it differently, and that helps you kind of digest it a little bit easier. And in Alien, they say crew is expendable, as opposed to the reality of we're going to kill the entire crew.
Right.
Like, say it what it is, and then maybe you wouldn't, do it.
I mean, like, they're like, they won't kill it, but like the alien.
Right. They're not responsible.
Yes, that's exactly the next thing that happens is this diffusion of responsibility. So the company who made this mission, technically they're not killing the crew, but if the alien does it, that's on the alien, I guess. Even though they know, or else they would have told them.
Right.
And that's also like if you focus on the outcomes and the statistics instead of the actual people. So you think about like, oh, well, what progress can this do for, I don't know if they wanted the alien to be a weapon or just advancement of knowledge, whatever it was. They were focused on that, not the actual lives of the 7 people that they were killing. And then if you see people as part of like an out group instead of just as humans in general, it can be easier to kind of like have that moral disengagement. And so then, Jennifer Fried, she had another term that she used, institutional betrayal. So she had also talked about that betrayal trauma. So I feel like this woman maybe had some betrayal in her life.
Yeah, sounds like it.
She really wanted to learn about it at least.
So this is what she defined it as. This is when like a wrongdoing is perpetrated by an institution on individuals that are dependent on them. So including like failure to respond supportively to things carried out by members of their organization. A lot of times this happens in like universities or places of employment.
Okay.
Governments. But it really is any institution where people rely on systemic protection. So like systems like that. And it mostly is going to happen if the institution or the company prioritizes itself and its mission over the members of its mission. And I think that's the true horror of this movie.
I think so too.
Is a like predators will be predators. That's their nature.
There's humans that let them down.
But the real horror is the company that is like sent in these people without any training, any preparation, any sort of understanding or consent onto what they were doing. That's the real scary part of Alien.
Damn. Yeah. That's heavy, man.
There's my psych.
Cue applause.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was trying to think about it, I was like, ooh, what about relationships with mom?
I think I love
what
the
about mother?
Mother. So there we go.
All right. Well, background and fun facts. I watched a very long documentary on the making of Alien, and that's where I took my fun facts from, because there are 1 million. If you go to the Wikipedia or like the IMDb or like anything online, there's 1 million fun. Like everyone has looked into this movie. There's so much information on how they made it. There's so many interviews out there.
I can imagine.
There is a plethora online on so many things. So what I did is I watched the documentary and I took notes, and that's where my fun facts are coming from. So if it was in there, that's what I'm going to talk about. It's still a full single page like of just text. So this is probably still too much. I don't care. I love this movie.
No, let's do it. This is your time to shine.
It's your episode, Ivette.
Yes.
You take it.
So if you two have 3 hours to burn, you can look up the making of Alien, and I just found it online. It was on YouTube. So
was it good? Like, would you recommend it? Because I love documentaries.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was basically like the stuff that you would, I think it was meant to be like a DVD bonus kind of thing. So if you like just like listening to stuff about movies, like it's good. They like break it up into sections on like how they came up with the story and like interviews with the cast, and like they show a lot of the like background, like seeing, because a lot of this was like models, you know, like that's how they made the like spaceship and stuff. And so like they had this big one that was like probably 17 feet long. Like, yes, they're small models, but like they were giant.
Did they keep any of them? Like, are there any around today that you can see? Like,
I think so. So my favorite place on earth, Movie Madness, has the cute little alien, like the guy that like pops out. And then I think they have one of the like the face ones.
That place is a gem.
Was the alien there when we went? Because I don't remember seeing it.
It's in like
I wouldn't have known to appreciate it yet.
I'll go get a photo of it.
Yes, please do.
Oh,
so, yes. So there are definitely things all over from this movie. So the inspiration, the first person that they talk to is the writer for this movie. And I think on like, you know, story by versus screenplay by, you can tell there's a little tension between like him and like the studio and how much they wrote and added. But in the credits, Dan O'Bannon is given the like story by and screenplay by. So he has both of the writing credits. So it was kind of his idea. He went to school with John Carpenter. And when they were in college, they were like, let's make a space movie. That was their like senior project kind of thing. It ended up getting funding and like released in theaters. So he described it as like what would have been like a very, very good student film, or like the worst like movie in a movie theater. Like it was like good for a student film. He did not like that it got released in theaters. It just, you know, it was not the best work, I think, of any of them. So he had this idea of a space movie, It was called Dark Star for anyone who wants to watch it. I kind of want to watch it, so I might. I'll tell you guys.
You should.
Nerd alert.
So he knew he wanted a space movie, and he kind of felt like, but what if it was horror? Like, what if we had space horror? Like, how do we combine that? And like, what does that look like? And he had an opening. Like, he wrote down an entire opening scene, which is almost exactly what they ended up with. Like, his opening scene was that astronauts wake up in the middle of their voyage. They find out that it's been interrupted by a strange signal. They go follow it, and then they get stalled there. So like he wrote like 29 pages of like what he thought it would be. And like that's almost kind of exactly what the opening of the movie was. Like he kind of started with this, and then he kind of let it sit. Like he was like, okay, that's it. That's where I am. And like started getting ideas. So while he was working on that, he went to go work on Dune, like the 1970s Dune movie that was released. And he was a writer on that. And when he was there, he met a guy named H.R. Geiger, I think is how you say his name. And he met him and he like introduced him, and he offered him some opium. This artist, H.R. Geiger. And he was like, no, I'm like, why are you doing that? And he said it was because he was afraid of his visions and what he saw in his head. And he showed him his drawings, and you guys should look up like H.R. Geiger's drawings, because he saw it and he was like, that is Alien. Like that is amazing. The movie. Like he saw it, and you should look it up because it's like his drawings are insane, and you see them and you're like, oh, that's Alien. Like visually, that's exactly where Alien came from.
Oh my gosh, I see it.
Yeah. No, like it's like, oh, okay, that's it. Visually, like that
is Alien.
This is him. This is who we're seeing. So these were the visions in his head that he was drawing out, and like they're so cool. Like
poor thing.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, okay, maybe I get the So now he had the vision. Now he's like, that is Alien. That's what Alien looks like. And I mean, I'm sure you'll find the drawing, but there's one where it's like, it's literally like, it's Alien. That's the Alien they use in the movie. And later when they go back to him to say, hey, we are going to make this movie, will you come and design? They were like, don't design the alien. The alien's done. This is the drawing. This is Alien. Design the other things now. Like no changes, essentially. Which, I mean, yeah, he nailed it on the first try. So the movie was originally called Star Beast, which I'm happy.
I love that. Yes.
So it went through a few iterations of names.
I mean, the title is like iconic because it's just, Alien.
Yeah. Well, and the Dan O'Bannon, like he was talking about, like, it's like literally he's on his typewriter because it's the 70s. And he talks about just like writing. It's like, he kept having to write out like Alien because, there's a lot of alien direction. And he was like, oh my God, let's just call it Alien. For some reason, no one had done that before. Like, I feel like it's like when we did like Halloween and things like that. It's like, oh my God, no one's used this. Okay. Yeah, like, it's called Alien.
I love that.
Simple. It's everything. It is now called Alien. So he and one of the other writers like essentially kind of stayed up all night and like wrote this essentially kind of like a long script. Like they had the spine of the story in like a few weeks. And it was like, okay, we have this movie. Let's try to like shop it around. So they went to a few different studios. They almost locked in a deal with a smaller studio that would have, I forget what it was called, but it would have been just a low budget movie. Okay. Like, so it would have been like a very low budget kind of like alien spacey, like fun movie. But it's like, okay, that's fine. Like the movie's getting made, like that's fine. But then they ended up meeting someone else, and it basically passed through a bunch of different hands. And it was through like what I think was like a subsidiary of Fox. So Fox ended up getting it, and they liked parts of it. They saw it and they were like, this screenplay is really bad, but they have some really good ideas. The alien coming out of the chest is kind of what sold them. Like, it was like, that's a cool idea. We can do something with this.
I mean, it's a pretty good scene,
It is.
Yeah. So they loved that. And then they actually came up with the robot idea.
Okay.
Was
because that is very cinematic.
Yeah. So they did add that part to it. That wasn't in there originally. And they also changed all of their names for some reason.
To Dallas. It was
to
so
Dallas.
weird.
To
What a
every
weird
single
judgment
one
call,
of
but
Dallas and Ripley. And some other woman. I don't remember her.
it was Ripley was her name. The other one.
Yes.
There's only one Ripley.
So anyway, after getting passed around and then finally landing at Fox, they were like, okay, you know what? Like, yes, we'll make it. We're going to make some version of it, basically. And then Star Wars came out. And as I mentioned, they were like, ooh, we want to do a space movie. Let's greenlight this project. So that definitely helped them get it going.
Nice.
But then they couldn't find anyone to direct it. Like literally no one, like they kept asking people and like just no one wanted to do it until it finally landed with Ridley Scott, who at that point, I think had done like commercials and like maybe one or two movies. Like this.
Oh, okay.
This wasn't like he was like super established or anything when he picked it up. And you can tell he is type A. Like the way that he works is so interesting, but they were still trying to decide the budget. They hadn't told him how much they were going to give him to make this movie. And so while he waited, he storyboarded the entire movie. So like a storyboard is like when you create a sketch of like what the scene will look like.
Yeah.
He did that for the entire movie. Just to be like, well, I might as well just start getting ready. So he brought that in and he was like, well, here's what I have. And it's just an entire movie that has been storyboarded and like is ready. And so they doubled his budget. They saw it and they were like, okay.
You need the money to make this happen.
Let's do this version.
Okay.
So they like doubled the budget after
Impressive.
seeing it.
I like that.
And you can tell this is just how he works. Like, I think like with all of the cast, like he came up to them and was like, here is like multiple pages on like the backstory of your character. Like he just had it ready. Like it wasn't like, you don't have to guess, like here's your backstory. Here's like how many missions they would have been on. Like here's what like the family would have looked like. You can tell he was prepared. Like, and apparently he was always recording. Like even when they were doing just like rehearsals and like testing, he would just record everything.
Wow.
Like he was like, I don't know, this might be a good take. So like, let's just record it all. A lot of it was done by hand, like hand record. And like, he was just in there. Like he was the one doing it. So,
wow.
See, like, because I feel like nowadays that, you know, it is believable because like just have access and it'll take forever to edit, but like, it makes sense. But back then, like, I would imagine film was expensive.
Right. Oh yeah.
Apparently all that.
In the like behind the scenes, they talk about how like I think like all of the studio people were like showing up and like again he was still like fairly new. None of the like cast was very famous, so like they were like putting the pressure on when they were like, why aren't you filming faster? Like why aren't you filming more? Like why aren't you? And then like I forget who they were interviewing. Like he finally said, he's like, what do you guys expect? Like he's literally doing everything. Like we're getting so much so fast. Yeah. But I think there was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, like chill out,
making
you
this
guys.
movie. Okay, I did talk about how it's partially inspired by 3 movies. One was 2001: A Space Odyssey, which Brianna would hate. But visually, I absolutely see it. I feel like there's a lot of things that look like it.
Yes.
Obviously, Star Wars. It had just come out. Everyone saw it. That was everyone's inspiration. And then for the horror elements, his inspiration was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because he loved how once the death started, it was like, yeah, now you're all just dead. Like one by one. It's quick. They're gone.
Totally.
Yes. Like, you know what? That's funny because I feel like it was like the first half of the movie was like build up and stuff. And then once the deaths happened, it was a massacre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally.
Cool.
Yeah.
And they were all like, they all happened in kind of unique, creative ways.
Right.
So I can totally see that.
Yeah. No, as soon as he said, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that is like how the deaths happen. Like, yes. So, I mean, I kind of forget exactly what episode we're on, but we just recently rewatched Texas stuff.
Yes.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. For casting. So in the script, one thing that I thought was kind of cool is when they wrote it as an all male crew, but they put an asterisk at the bottom saying, but any of the characters can be played by any gender, really. Like they were kind of like, we wrote this as like all of them kind of being men, but like anyone can play anyone.
That's like unique, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it was very open on like who could be who. It was, and then it was actually the studio that said, well, what if Ripley was a woman? Like that would be kind of an interesting perspective, like an interesting change coming off of things like Star Wars and stuff. It was like, well, what if we had like a female lead? And also for horror movies, you got to do the final girl.
Right.
So that was kind of their like unique take on it. And even the writers were like, oh, we even added that asterisk, did not expect the main character to be a woman.
The main character.
Wow.
So even though they did it.
I do.
I love that. And it's funny because now that you've said that, other than the one bedroom where, of course, we have the obligatory boob pictures everywhere. Other than that, there was no like sex romance relationships, which I kind of appreciate. We don't need that in every movie.
And to be honest, that's why like it kind of annoyed me that the robot killed her or was trying to kill her in like a sexual way, because I was like, that doesn't make sense for the role. Like, they didn't need to bring that in. Like, it didn't need to be that he was shoving something down her throat. Like they,
But and he didn't need to be in a room like that. Like that, that had no point.
Like nothing gave for that.
Yeah.
But it was written for either, like they wrote it that way, and then it happened that then it was a woman who played it. So I thought that was kind of cool that even in writing they said, but this is really open. And I feel like it does play that way. Like,
totally.
You could see different like genders and stuff playing the different roles.
Totally.
So the one other, they were like, okay, let's have two women. Let's have the lead, and then like, let's have one other woman. So it's not just one. And I'm totally spacing on the actress's name. But when she auditioned,
you know her, she's like,
When she auditioned, she actually auditioned for Ripley. Like she auditioned for the main role, and then she got a call saying, "You got the role," and she was like, "I'm gonna be Ripley. That's great. Oh my gosh!" And so she showed up for wardrobe, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna get you all like set up to play Lambert." And she was like, "Oh, no, I'm not playing Lambert. I'm playing Ripley." And they were like, "No, you're not." And so she called her manager, and she was like, "I'm playing Ripley, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then they were like, "Actually, no, you're not." They cast Sigourney Weaver, and they were like, "Oh, we still like her." So they like moved her to Lambert, and I think it just like lost communication somewhere. So she was really upset about it because she didn't like Lambert. She was like, "Why is she always complaining?" Like she like didn't love the Lambert as a character.
So maybe part of how she played the role was how she really felt, just that kind of like
I feel like it created
detached
real tension.
Annoyance. I think it worked well.
No, I think it maybe actually benefited because maybe she was a little like, okay, well, I mean, she hadn't even read Lambert's lines because when you audition, they give you like one scene or like one little thing.
Exactly.
So she hadn't even really like read too much about it, but she did like end up deciding to stay. Obviously, she was in the
glad
movie
she did,
and played her, and I think she did a good job.
That'd be hard to do though, to like just swallow your pride and
and then like just to have it be Sigourney Weaver who is the one. It's like, oh my god, like
no, like
there's no recovering from that.
Like she just has an aura, like it's like okay, fine, but also. If you are going to get replaced by anyone, like it might as well be Sigourney Weaver. Like,
that's true, because then you can kind of be like, you know what, it wasn't me. There's no way they could have not had her do it. So
exactly,
that's flattering.
That's a good point. A good point.
So I talked about how the pacing and everything was kind of tough, and I think the director had, was very picky about things, and they had to move fast. Apparently, filming was also just brutal. So they filmed during a heat wave. So it was like 100 degrees outside.
So also like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes. So they were in these giant suits. And then apparently, because it was the 70s, they made them these suits. I don't think they actually created like a hole or something for their like breath. So they were walking around in these sealed off suits essentially. And there was no air like flowing. So like when you breathe, like if you breathe in, breathe out, and there's no air, that just becomes carbon monoxide. So they were like passing out. Like they were like walking and they would like do the scenes and then they would just like start passing out in their suit.
Guys,
and it
just
was
put
like,
a hole.
okay, well, who knows what's happening because it's the 70s. We didn't check any of this.
Oh my gosh.
Wild times.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently it was just like absolutely brutal. Like everything that's in place now to protect people and like test things out. They weren't doing that. They were having a really hard time. They were actually that, because I feel like in their suits you can like see how like foggy and like sweaty and like everything.
So much sweat. They were so sweaty the whole time. Like the second half of the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone was just sweaty.
So they did also add like basically like a glycerin spray on all of them to make it look like they were sweaty. So on the first day they, sprayed Sigourney Weaver and she had a scene with the cat. And so she held the cat and then she started getting like a giant rash. And so she was like, oh my God. And so she like runs away crying because she's like, I'm going to get fired. They had to find 4 identical cats and I'm allergic to cats. Like there's no way.
Oh, no.
Turns out she was not allergic to cats. She was allergic to the glycerin that they were spraying all over her.
Okay. That's good.
It was okay. They found something else to use on her. She obviously kept her job, but I love stretching being like, there's no way. There's a cat. They're going to fire me. Keep the cats.
That would be sad. Yeah, because it's like her first role. So she's like panicked.
Yeah. But it was all okay. But yeah, tough to film in. And then they built the inside of like the spaceship and like the rooms were just like next to each other, right? So like the dining was next to the pod, was next to, mother's room, next to all the things. And so when to film, they would like, crawl inside and like use a handheld camera. So it was like actually very claustrophobic. Like they were in there while filming for like a while, just like in this tiny room. And then you would go and be in like another tiny room. So it doesn't sound super fun. I think they all seemed excited to be a part of this movie because it's an insane movie and it's really cool. And you could tell in hindsight, they're all having fun.
But it was a rough experience.
It sounds rough.
And that's the thing I feel like I've said before, but it always blows my mind because when you're making a movie, you don't see how the editing is going to turn out or the scenes you're not in necessarily or how the music is going to play. So it could seem like a really good movie. And then once it's produced, it's crap. Like, or it could seem like crap, but once it's produced, it actually is amazing. And I feel like it's hard to know, especially if you're getting these actors that have not been in much. It's hard to know, is it really going to be worth it?
Yeah.
Because what if this movie had flopped? Like it very well could have flopped. I mean, obviously it didn't, but.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do 2 more fun facts. One was for the chest scene. I love how they were all talking. So they all had read the script. They all knew what was coming. Like they knew that it was going to happen. But they basically took a break right before filming it. They were like, okay, everyone go take a break except for like the actor that plays Kane because they need to like set him up, right? They need to get him all ready, get all the hoses for the blood, all the things. And so he is getting set up. Everyone else goes and like takes a break. They like go to lunch. They're like back. They're like happy. They're chilling. They're like, okay, let's shoot this scene. Oh, it's going to like come out. They did not tell them like just how much blood would be sprayed everywhere. So the first take is the one that's in the movie.
Because they seem so shocked.
That is their genuine reaction to it. Is like they had no idea how much blood was just gonna like spray out. The actress that played Lambert, and I did not catch it while watching it. Like, I mean, there was so much blood that at one point she like slips on the blood and like falls back. Like you see her legs pop out basically from just like how like shocked and then just like all the blood. So that's just their genuine reaction. Like they did not know just how it was all going to play out.
Incredible. Love that.
I love it. And the last one, just talking about the budget and like not really knowing how it was going to play out. Because I was like, wait, this is so sad. They didn't do a premiere for them. Like in order for them to go watch it, they all just like bought their own ticket and went to the theater to like see it with other people. But apparently it was actually because like, I mean, the reactions were insane because again, it was the 70s. So people were like throwing up. People were like walking out. Some people were like super into it. So like, I mean, you got like big reactions to a movie, which at the end of the day, like that's what you want. But they just like all separately just went and, like watched it.
Could you imagine like you're in the theater watching it and you turn and it's Sigourney Weaver next to you, just chilling watching it?
Just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like she's never seen it before.
Right.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. That'd be cool.
That. Yeah. So anyway, those are my
oh no, those are good
facts.
ones.
And go watch the documentary if you are a nerd. It's 3 hours long. I watched the whole thing. So
I love that.
Honestly, I love like watching. There was like a series that came out a while ago and it was, you know, how movies were made. And it was like a bunch of just movies that, you know, were classic from our childhood, I remember. And I love watching that stuff. It's so interesting to me.
Oh no, because it was funny because I watched a documentary about the making of that 1970s Dune movie. And I remember like when I was doing research for this, I got like a flashback to it because they talk about the artist in that Dune documentary. And I was like, well, that's Alien. Like what? Yeah. And I remember looking it up and being like, oh yeah, clearly he did a lot of like the artistic stuff for Alien. So I love that stuff.
Very interesting.
All right. So I went and looked because I was curious. Because I remember when we watched Event Horizon, I was not a huge fan.
Oh yeah.
I think again, it's just not like my particular. Like but I wanted to see like which one would I rate higher or lower.
Yeah.
And I rated it really low. I rated it a 2. So all right. So here on Spooky Sips, we don't do stars. We do sips. So we're going to talk about how out of 5 sips, how many we're going to give it. I will go first because I will say, looking that up, I was like, wait, I either need to redo my rating for that or rate this differently than, but I didn't love this movie.
Okay. Fair.
I'm sorry. I feel bad.
You don't have to feel, we like what we like.
That is so mad. Yeah. She is writhing. Look at her. She is like, I am done with this podcast.
Okay. So
She's
when you give,
never going to talk to me again.
After you give your rating, Bran, I want to know too, like for all of us, if we liked this or Event Horizon, because I do feel like they were very similar.
Yeah.
Like in the,
just in their like vibes. Absolutely.
And like space vibes. So I want to know if you think it's better or worse than Event Horizon.
So I'm going to give this a 2.5. And that's because like, I just don't feel like I loved watching it. And then like afterwards, I was like, I just didn't care enough. Like there wasn't that much plot. Like the set, amazing. I thought the set was so cool.
The set was very cool.
The plot, I was like, okay, so there were 6 people and 5 died. End of movie. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. There wasn't enough oomph.
I think you were just having bad vibes the night you watched it because there was plot
in it. No,
there's robots, there's cats, there's aliens.
I give the cat 5. Oh, Jonesy gets a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
but otherwise I give it a 2.5. But I have to say, like, I actually think I enjoyed watching Event Horizon more. I was more engaged in that one.
I think I was more engaged in this one. But do you want to go last or do you want to go next?
I can go next. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, okay. I do. I love this movie, but it's not a 5 for me because I do think Aliens might even be, or like arguably better. I think it's a better movie. It's not as spooky, but I do think it's better. So like this can't be a 5 for me, but clearly it's above a 4. So I was thinking 4.25.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Nice. I did enjoy this movie. I feel like I loved Sigourney Weaver. All the other actors were maybe a little, well, I love Sigourney and Jonesy. All the other actors, their actual acting was a little...
It was 80s acting, you know.
But yeah. I loved the set. I liked the story. It's not my most... I didn't feel like it was that scary. There was a couple jump scares and a little bit of gore, but it didn't really scare me, which is what I kind of look for in a horror movie. So solid movie, but I do think it's below a 4 for me. So I'm giving it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid movie. Really liked it.
Solid.
3.5.
Yes. Solid. All right. Well, I'm still glad we watched it. Sorry it took 100 episodes.
And 100 more, I'll get another space movie.
100 more, you'll get another space movie.
One of these days.
Oh yeah, and I feel like I liked this one more than Event Horizon. Because I just feel like the pacing and like the scenery of both movies it did remind me of Event Horizon.
For sure.
But I feel like I liked this one more than Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Nice. All right. So we are taking a little summer break. We are going to take the month of August off. So there will not be any new episodes, but you have over 100 episodes to revisit.
Yes.
And then if you would like to watch the movie that we will be doing, our first movie back from the break in September.
Our first movie in September, yep.
You can. We will be watching The Slumber Party Massacre from 1982. We thought that was like the perfect summer end of summer movie.
Well, and we will be watching and recording that episode during our annual Spooky Sips retreat. So we will be doing it during a slumber party.
Yes, we are having a cabin slumber party with hopefully no massacre. We'll see. You never know. We do like to be like on theme. So
we shall see.
We love a theme, you know. So if you haven't seen it, get watching, get sipping, and we will see you next time on Spooky Sips.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Sips. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. To stay up to date on all the spooky things we're up to, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at SpookySips_podcast. And if you want to help support the podcast, consider buying us a coffee or really a cocktail. We are completely independent, so every little bit goes a long way to keeping our podcast running and improving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.